Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Elizabeth. I am living in the light, documenting my health transformation using the Optavia 5-in-1 program. If you want more information about Optavia, I can give you a link down below. But let me just basically say that each day I eat 5 fuelings that come to me prepackaged each month in my Optavia monthly box. And I eat one lean and green meal that consists of 5 to 7 ounces of lean protein and 3 servings of low carbohydrate vegetables. What I'm going to cover today is a what I eat in a day video. And for my lean and green meal tonight, it's going to be really exciting. I am going to do a twist on Outback Steakhouse's Alice Springs chicken. And it is going to be a twist. I know you're going to want to stick around to see that. I will also put the recipe in the description box down below so that you can make it yourself if you would like to as well. So for my first fueling this morning, I am starting out with one of my all-time favorite bars, and that is the Frosted Cinnamon Spice Bar. It's a crisp bar, which means it is like a Rice Krispie treat. So it's this size, it's got a little drizzle on the top, it's got a coating on the bottom, and it honestly tastes just like the brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart. So it is one of my favorites because that's my favorite Pop-Tart. And if I can't eat Pop-Tarts, I can eat the cinnamon crisp bar and I can enjoy that. So that'll be my first fueling of the day. I will drink my coffee. I have my 40-ounce water bottle. I will drink this entire thing before I get to fueling number 2, and I will be back in 2 shakes for fueling number 2.
Okay, time for fueling number 2, and I am making the caramel macchiato shake, and instead of making it with water, I am going to make it with coffee. So for my ingredients, what I need is obviously the caramel macchiato shake mix. I have about a cup of cold coffee. This is left over from yesterday. I have a cup full of ice from my ice maker and my trusty blender. So I'm not gonna run the video while the blender is going, but let me show you how the process that I make this and then what it is like. I add the coffee to the blender. Then I add the mix. On top of the mix, then I dump the ice. Pop on the lid, make sure it's tight, and then I hit blend. Now, before I do that, it will start to blend things up, and I keep an eye on the contents in here because you can watch as the little pieces of ice get smaller and smaller. So you want them as small as possible so that your shake is as creamy as possible. Okay, so I can see that there are no ice crystals left in here. Remove the lid. Scrape down the sides, give it a little twist, and then pour it into my cup. You can see how thick that is. You pay a lot for these fuelings, and they are your nutrition for the day. So try to get every last drop that you can, as much as you can, so that you're not missing out on any of that important nutrition. And I just add a straw. Super thick, not too sweet, and super delicious. Fueling number 2, I will see you back here for fueling number 3. Okay, it's time for fueling number 3, and I am having the rustic tomato penne pasta. I make it on the stove, so it is kind of soupy, more like a soup than it is a pasta. I have actually made it in my son's microwave, and it does come out super thick, more pasta saucy. So this is what I'm having for fueling number 3. I will see you back here for fueling number 4. So my fueling number 4 is a cinnamon cream cheese swirl cake. I usually have this as my last fueling of the day, but it was quick and easy, and I wanted to try it in the air fryer. So I did that. The top is a little bit, it looks like it's a little dark, but it actually tastes really, really good. This is one of my favorite fuelings. It's just like a cake. You can see the texture. I mean, it's like eating a muffin. It's amazing. So fueling number 4 is the cinnamon cream cheese swirl cake. I will see you back here in a bit when I make my lean and green, which is gonna be awesome. See you back in a bit. It is time for making a lean and green. So tonight I decided that I'm going to kind of made up my own recipe a little bit after watching somebody else. She made Alice Springs chicken, but I thought it would be kind of fun to do the same take but on pork chops instead. So I'm gonna do Alice Springs pork chops. So my ingredients that I need are 2 bone-in pork chops. Mine are already marinating. I'll explain that in just a second. I need a cup of sliced and kind of diced mushrooms, fresh mushrooms, 4 slices of turkey bacon, 1 ounce of reduced fat shredded cheddar cheese. The star of the show is Hughes. This is a sugar-free honey mustard dipping sauce. And let me tell you, this stuff is so good. I also have some barbecue sauce that's also really good, but this sugar-free honey mustard dipping sauce, amazing. And a little bit of salt and pepper is all that you need. Step number 1 is to marinate the pork chops. You're gonna take 1 tablespoon for each pork chop, coat both sides of the pork chop, put them in the refrigerator, let them marinate for at least 2 hours. These have been marinating for about 3. The next step is to preheat your oven to 375. And then with a cast iron skillet, I'm only doing 2 pork chops, so I'm just using a small cast iron skillet. But if you're doing 4 or more, of course, you're going to use something that's larger. The first thing that I'm going to do in the cast iron skillet is to cook my turkey bacon. So in the cast iron skillet, I'm gonna put the turkey bacon. I'm gonna let the bacon cook until it is cooked but not crispy, because it's gonna get cooked a little bit more once it goes into the oven. I just put a little bit of, almost like a sear on the bacon, so you can see it's got a tiny bit of color on it. Again, it's gonna cook more once it goes into the oven, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Take it out of the pan. It's released a tiny bit of oil, whatever is there in the turkey, so that will help. The next thing I'm gonna add is the mushrooms. The best way to cook mushrooms is not to add any fat at all at first. So, and I'm not gonna add any period anyway, but I'm going to put the mushrooms into the pan. My flame is on medium, and as they begin to heat up, they will begin to release their water, and as that happens, they will soften and they will start to brown, and they're going to get so delicious, and I'll show you what they look like after they finish cooking. The mushrooms are all done. They're soft. You can see how nice and brown they are. They're tender. They've released their liquids. So they're gonna be nice and sweet and delicious on this chicken. I have to turn my burner back on, and I'm going to add next the pork chops. My next step is I'm gonna put just 1 little squirt of oil in there. I don't need a whole lot. It doesn't really count for anything. This is a seasoned cast iron skillet, so it should be good. But I'm going to sear my pork chops for 3 minutes on each side. I have already put a tiny sprinkle of salt and pepper on one side. I'm gonna put it seasoned side down. Next, I'm gonna add just a tiny pinch. So my pork chops are gonna brown 3 minutes on each side, and then we'll talk about topping them and getting them into the oven. The final step before it goes in the oven is we are going to top it with first the mushrooms. And then we're gonna add the 2 strips of bacon to each one. I just cut them in half. And then the 1 ounce of cheese I will divide between the two right over the bacon. And then I'm going to slide it into the oven. I'm going to set my timer for 13 minutes. And I will come back when it's ready and show you how to plate it up. It's time to go ahead and plate up dinner. I'm going to be adding my 2 greens out of green beans, and 1 serving of green beans cooked from frozen is 2.38 or 2.4 ounces. So I'm looking for 4.8 ounces. So I've zeroed out my scale. Need a bigger scale. 3. Perfect. All right, so there's my 2 servings of green beans, and then I'm going to add my pork chop to the plate. They look really good. And the finishing touch is just a little bit of salt, because remember I used a little bit on the pork chops, but I'm going to use another little bit on the green beans and a little bit of pepper. And honestly, I don't even think I had an entire condiment worth. A condiment would be 1/4 teaspoon. And I think between the little sprinkles of salt and pepper, maybe I had 1/8 teaspoon together, but I'm still going to count it as 1 condiment. So this recipe works out to 1 lean with the pork and the bacon. 1 green is the mushrooms, and then 2 more greens are my green beans. You can do your vegetable of choice. The bacon and the pork, again, that was my lean. Then I have 1 condiment with the Hughes marinade. I have 1 condiment with the basically 2 tablespoons at the most of the reduced fat shredded cheese, and then the little bit of salt and pepper as far as the seasoning. So I hope you'll try this Alice Springs. You can do it with chicken. I did it with a pork chop. We're going to enjoy this for dinner, and I will see you back for fueling number 5. Fueling number 6 is the mint chocolate soft serve, which I dump in a bowl with the water. Then I mix it up with a wire whisk until it's fully combined. Dump it in a blender with a cup of ice and let the blender run until it is completely smooth. So I want you to look at this. This is the mint chocolate soft serve, and I ran this through the blender until it was as finely shredded up as I could get it. I mean, this is a mound of ice cream, guys. It's a gigantic amount of ice cream. I'll be doing good if I can get it all down. So that is fueling number 5, and it is the end of the day. I will see you next time for some other crazy adventure. Have a good night. Bye.